All great journeys into space begin with a liftoff, and ours is no exception.
Ignition. Liftoff.
These are the 9 planets of our solar system, 9 distinct worlds composing a fascinating and mysterious system that has intrigued and inspired humanity since the birth of the species. There are 3 ways to begin your exploration. For hundreds of years, astronomers used a machine like this orrery to represent the motion of the planets. Click on an orbiting planet to experience the unique personality of that world through the most current images and information. Or travel through history and witness mankind's ever-evolving view of the planets by clicking on the icon in the upper left portion of your screen. To join the global community of amateur and professional astronomers and to unlock vast resources, click on the icon in the top right corner. The small globe in the lower left and the ring that encircles it are navigational tools. Click the globe and it will take you to the main navigation area. Click on the ring and it will take you back 1 step. Whenever you see the net probe icon in the lower right, click on it if you wish to learn more about the current topic when you go online from the Resource Explorer. At times along your journey, you will encounter my image. Click on the image and I will share with you more valuable information. Come, my friends, it's time to seek another world. Pluto, god of the underworld. Pluto, celestial snowball, the Mount Everest of planetary exploration. It is the furthest, coldest, and hardest planet to reach. It is nothing like Earth or the other small terrestrial planets, and certainly not like Jupiter and its gas giant brethren. Because Pluto is so different, a mission to this tiny, frozen world may unlock further information on the origin of our solar system. NASA is hoping to launch 2 probes on a mission to Pluto and its moon by the turn of the century. After a journey of more than 7 years, the Pluto Express will fly within 3,000 kilometers of the ice world. In 1930, a 24-year-old student astronomer, Clyde Tombaugh, discovered Pluto while working at the Lowell Observatory. Many names were considered for Tombaugh's discovery. It took an 11-year-old girl, however, to suggest the name Pluto, the god of the underworld and brother of Neptune. How appropriate for such a forbidding planet. Pluto's moon, Charon, wasn't discovered until 1978. The planet and the moon are so close in size, with a ratio of 12 to 8, that they are sometimes considered a double planet. Together they orbit the sun at such a great distance that our sun appears merely as a bright star.
having a far-out time on Pluto, the little planet with the big moon. Such a big moon. Reminds me of my high school days. Oh, look, precious, Charon, the big little moon. Well, like they always say, share on, share alike.
Oh, we're so far from everything. Where are the moles?
Looks like Pluto is the last chance for services in the next 1.7 light years.
Oh, you know, I don't understand why we need another planet. Pluto wasn't discovered till the 30s. I remember when all that came out. I thought, well, who needs another planet? We've got too many already. I feel like a teenager again.
If Earth were a baseball on home plate in Candlestick Park, Pluto would be 3 miles away, and the nearest star wouldn't even be on a map of the world.
Pluto. During more than 3 decades, a unique collaboration developed between earthbound scientists and automated spacecrafts. As a result, we've learned more about the Sun and its family of planets and moons than was ever known in all human history. Click on the orbiting probe to access the most up-to-date images and data. If there is a moon on the screen, click on it to learn more about the planet's satellites. Move the cursor over the planet itself and click to explore its physical characteristics. Hidden on the surface of the planet is our interplanetary tourist, who will guide you on a light-hearted holiday through the solar system. Click on the video to expand it to full screen. To replay a video, click on the television icon. Neptune, god of the sea. At the edge of the known solar system lay Neptune and its great moon, Triton. Beyond it, the exploration of Pluto would have to wait for the next century. This graphic shows Voyager 2's trajectory for the Neptune encounter. On August 24th and 25th, 1989, Voyager 2 passed through the Neptune system. Before arriving at the planet, however, the spacecraft's cameras imaged the distant moon Nereid, never more than a dot of light in the largest of Earth-bound telescopes. Here is the approach to Neptune, as recorded by Voyager's cameras. Neptune's rotation was measured to be 19.2 hours at the cloud tops, but only 16 hours 7 minutes in the deep interior of the planet. A faint system of rings surrounds Neptune. While in its turbulent atmosphere, winds were clocked at more than 1,000 kilometers per hour. Here are some real-time images of Neptune as received by the Deep Space Network. White clouds called scooters were observed for the first time. Neptune's most striking feature, the great dark spot, is seen here in an equatorial view. The great dark spot is actually a huge whirling tornado in Neptune's atmosphere. The dark spot is so large, the entire Earth could easily fit inside it. One last major photographic mission remained for Voyager. Neptune's largest moon, Triton, the coldest place in the solar system. Voyager discovered that Triton was somewhat smaller than expected, with a diameter of 2,705 kilometers. It also boasted a rarefied atmosphere of nitrogen with a trace of methane. A surface scan of Triton reveals a frozen world covered with cracks and the remains of ancient volcanic activity. As Voyager 2 left the solar system behind, never to return again, it became an ambassador of humanity to the universe. It is expected to pass by the star Sirius in another 358,000 years.
Greetings from Neptune, the last gas planet.
Oh, my goodness.
Ah, Nereid, the oddball moon. Looks like something that fell out of my ear last week.
Isn't that beautiful? I've got to get a picture. Honey, could you just move in just a little to your left? A little more. Oh, perfect. Smile.
I got a few dark spots myself. Ought to have them removed, what do you think?
Good idea.
Neptune is 4 times the size of Earth with no solid surface.
Well, I wonder if you have to say noom instead of moon. You know, Triton, it's backwards.
You are a stitch.
Wow, I thought I had gas. This planet's got gas.
Major guess.
Precious, I have just calculated that viewing Neptune from Earth is like looking at a dime from 1 mile away.
Ooh, when we get home, let's break out your coin collection and try it.
Precious, I have just calculated that viewing Neptune from...
Another fun fact is that it takes 165 years for Neptune to orbit the Sun.
Uranus, god of the heavens. If the Saturn system can be described as complicated, then surely Uranus and its moons could be called unusual. Uranus is tipped on its side, its pole positioned about where the equator should be. Then, there's the system of Uranian moons. The orbits of the moons are also tipped, leading scientists to believe the giant planet sustained a titanic collision. Here was a gaseous planet with a featureless atmosphere lying on its side with its magnetic field offset from the rotation axis. What next? Next was Miranda, a moon which had apparently been blown apart, then reassembled by the force of gravity. Nothing they had ever seen prepared astronomers for Miranda's tortured landscape. Uranus, with its rings as dark as chimney soot, seemed to give off a soft blue light. Electroglow is a phenomenon of the Uranian atmosphere. Think of it, a planet and moon system apparently born of catastrophe. As Voyager 2 departed Uranus, scientists on Earth wondered if there were any surprises left. There were. In December 1995, the Galileo spacecraft approached Jupiter. It first flew past the ancient moon Callisto. Then its larger cousin, Ganymede. And the ice moon, Europa. All in all, Galileo made 11 merry orbits of Jupiter and its moons. Although the probe's high-gain antenna did not open, a less powerful secondary antenna will do its best to transmit some fantastic images back to Earth. On December 7th, 1995, Galileo fired a probe into Jupiter's atmosphere. Before it was crushed out of existence, that probe sent back new information about the Emperor of the Solar System. This is a time-lapse movie of Jupiter and its moons as photographed by one of the Voyager spacecrafts. You'll notice Io and Europa zipping through the picture. Jupiter's axis of rotation is offset from its magnetic pole. Its very high gravity is able to strip ions of sulfur from the surface of Io, creating a torus, or donut of ions surrounding the planet. Here, we're imaging Jupiter's huge magnetic field. The rings of Jupiter, invisible from Earth. Voyagers 1 and 2 gave us some magnificent close-ups of Jupiter's turbulent atmosphere, including the mysterious Great Red Spot, an anticyclone 4 times the size of Earth that has persisted for at least 200 years. Io transits across the face of Jupiter. The pull of Jupiter's gravity on Io's molten interior causes almost continuous volcanic activity. Io is always resurfacing itself. Here and there, you can spot a lava lake. The polar highlands are quite spectacular in and of themselves. The work of the computer and space artist combine to provide a sight never beheld by humans. Io eclipses the sun, as seen from its sister moon, Europa. Europa is covered by a frozen ocean. Some scientists believe liquid water may lie below the ice. Cracks in the ice are probably caused by compression. This is Jupiter's largest moon, Ganymede. Its most interesting feature is the unusual terraced terrain, which gives way to fields of craters. The outermost of Jupiter's large moons is Callisto. From Callisto's dark, aged surface, Jupiter and its satellites look like a miniature solar system. Our stop at Callisto ends with a view of its great impact basin, Valhalla.